My great-aunt Nadia says it's a bad idea to reject a gift from a ghost. It's 'cause ghosts like to slide inside all kinds of worlds. They don't just roam the land of the living or the dead. They can show up in our dream worlds to meddle. They can touch the world of shadows and eat the light from your own home, just sucking up the long, thick gold of nightlights and fixtures like dead black holes. Just ask your prima Cleotilde, Nadia always says, her wine-red acrylic nail in my face as she points. She once offended the ghost of her abuelo and boom! Lamps didn't work around her for years. The scariest world that ghosts can touch is the world of gods. The old gods. The ancient gods. The gods we've heard of, and the even more numerous gods we haven't. Nadia pours 1 cup of espresso to these gods every single morning. This woman would rather light St. Teresa's on fire than skip this daily offering. And if you've got a ghost haunting you, there's no way to tell if one of these gods favors that ghost. So you offend a ghost? You reject her gift? You might be offending a god. Apparently, it's a really bad idea to offend gods. That's how you end up with the women in our family and our gifts. This means that when I climb in my janky-ass minivan and see the cup of coffee in the console, yes, that cup of coffee, the mug, a gift from one of my former students, hand-thrown and glazed the color of lilacs against a lightning storm. The one steaming with notes of raspberry and a hint of chocolate. The one that I most certainly did not place there. The second I smell it, because I smell it first, I throw myself into my seat and press my face into the steering wheel. Shit, I say, in a long exhale. I hate gifts from ghosts. In order to distract myself from the sweet steam swirling around me, I grab my phone, hitting buttons as fast as my fingers can go. Laurel picks up even before the first ring ends. Hey, you on your way yet? I glance at the back of my van. Every seat is pushed down to make way for 6 boxes, triple that in plants, and an antique reading chair. Most of the boxes contain books. I can see a sliver of Joy Harjo's She Had Some Horses peeking through cardboard I hadn't bothered to tape shut. It's my favorite of her collections because it reminds me of the stories Nadia used to tell us when Teal, Sky, and I were tiny enough to squeeze onto one twin bed. I can still hear Nadia's smoky voice filling our room. In the beginning, there were only gods. Gods and this earth. Now Teal, Sky, and I will never be all together again. I take a shuddering breath as this reality sweeps over me for the millionth time in 8 years, like the garnet sharp winds of a tornado. There and gone in a moment, but leaving behind painful, devastating destruction. That's how grief works. Sage Flores, are you ignoring me? I blink and jerk my face toward the console. The coffee is still there. Jerk. No, of course not. I'm just about on my way. I'm in the van and everything. Okay, well, that's a good start. Next step, take your key, the shiny silver thing in your hand right now, and push it through that teeny hole on the side of... Literally giving you my middle finger right now, I say, but I'm laughing. Seriously, Sage, you've got this. I glance up at my apartment. Well, I guess it's not mine anymore. It's the 3rd floor up, and the balcony still has dirt on the rails from when I watered my basil plants a little too violently. I take a deep breath, hoping the scent of that basil can calm me. All I smell is ghost coffee. Want me to distract you? I put the phone on speaker and place it in the cup holder next to the mug. Go for it. You'll never guess who I saw last night. At Piggly Wiggly of all places. I sit back in my seat. I get the key in the ignition as I say, Piggly Wiggly. I think of who wouldn't be caught dead there. Amazonia? Laurel draws out the response long and slow. Tennessee Reyes. It may well be the absolute last name I'd expected her to utter. I think I would have been less shocked if she'd announced it were Ama Sonia Piggly Wiggly, naked as birth, juggling plums in the middle of produce. My breath's gone way too shallow, my hand gripping the key so tight it's cutting into my fingers. I turn the ignition, hard, but stay in park while clearing my throat. Tennessee Reyes? As though there were any other on the planet. You're certain? It was him, Sage. Trust me.